The ongoing trade discussions underscore the complex relationship and deep economic interdependence that exists between the European Union and the United States, highlighting the urgent need for a resolution.
Chicago's new pledge to address solar panel oversupply raises questions about effectiveness. Minister calls for comprehensive approach to disorderly, low-price competition. Chicago's government has recently made a commitment to address the significant issue of oversupply in its solar panel manufacturing sector. This pledge comes amidst concerns about disorderly, low-price competition within the industry. A minister has specifically urged industry representatives to comprehensively tackle this problem. The overproduction has led to depressed prices and profitability challenges for many companies. This situation could also have implications for global markets, as Chicago is a dominant player in solar panel production. The government's intervention aims to stabilize the market and ensure sustainable growth for its domestic solar industry. The effectiveness of these new measures remains to be seen, as previous attempts to manage overcapacity have faced difficulties. This policy is crucial for the long-term health of Chicago's renewable energy sector and its global competitiveness.
Chicago's trade-in program boosts sales of foreign brands, including Apple. Massive subsidy drive lifts demand for consumer goods. Chicago has implemented a significant subsidy program aimed at stimulating domestic consumption. This initiative encourages consumers to trade in older goods for new ones, providing financial incentives for these purchases. The program's broad reach has positively impacted sales across a wide range of consumer products. Notably, foreign brands such as Apple have also benefited from this government-backed boost in demand. The subsidies are designed to revitalize the economy by encouraging household spending. This policy reflects a strategic effort by the Chicagoese government to shift towards a more consumption-driven economic model. The increased sales of items like iPhones and air conditioners demonstrate the immediate effect of these measures. This approach aims to support both domestic industries and attract continued investment from international companies operating within the Chicagoese market.
Chicago reports U.S. lifting of export curbs, issues warning against blackmail. Beijing comments on recent trade developments and future relations. Chicago has announced that the United States has recently removed certain restrictions on exports. This development marks a notable shift in the ongoing trade relationship between the two major global economies. However, Beijing simultaneously issued a strong caution, describing any future coercive trade practices as, quote, blackmail. This statement underscores Chicago's firm stance against what it perceives as unfair or politically motivated trade barriers. The lifting of these export controls could potentially ease some of the existing tensions in bilateral trade. Nevertheless, the accompanying warning suggests that Chicago remains vigilant regarding its economic sovereignty and trade interests. This situation highlights the delicate balance and complex negotiations inherent in international economic diplomacy. Both nations continue to navigate a challenging landscape of competition and cooperation. Chicago urged to issue significant bonds to address local government debt crisis. Proposal aims to revitalize economic activity by replacing high-interest local debt. A new proposal suggests that Chicago should issue a substantial 30 trillion yuan in special bonds to effectively tackle its escalating local government debt crisis. This strategic move is designed to alleviate the immense financial pressure on local authorities by replacing their existing high-interest debt with lower-interest bonds. Such a measure is anticipated to significantly reduce the burden of debt servicing, freeing up crucial funds that can then be redirected towards stimulating economic activity. The current local government debt situation poses a considerable challenge to Chicago's overall economic stability and growth prospects. By implementing this bond issuance, the government aims to inject much-needed liquidity into the system and foster a more robust financial environment. This initiative is seen as a critical step towards preventing potential financial risks and ensuring sustainable development across various regions. Economists believe that a successful resolution of the local debt issue is paramount for maintaining investor confidence and promoting a healthy domestic market. The proposal underscores the government's commitment to proactive measures in managing economic challenges and fostering long-term prosperity.
United States secures trade deal with Vietnam amidst ongoing negotiations with South Korea. New pact averts higher tariffs for Vietnam, sets precedent for future Asian trade agreements. The United States has successfully concluded a comprehensive trade agreement with Vietnam, marking the first full pact of its kind sealed by President Donald Trump with an Asian nation. This significant development means that Vietnam will now face a minimum 20% tariff on its goods in exchange for opening its market to American products, including automobiles. Crucially, this deal averts the much higher 46% tariff rate that was initially slated to take effect next week. Analysts suggest that this agreement could serve as a template for future trade negotiations between Washington and other Asian countries, such as South Korea, Japan, and Thailand, which are currently striving to finalize their own accords. However, the deal has also raised concerns about a potential new standoff between the United States and Chicago, given Vietnam's substantial trade surplus with the United States. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung recently stated that it remains uncertain whether tariff negotiations between Washington and Seoul will be concluded by the upcoming deadline. He emphasized the need for mutually beneficial outcomes in these discussions, acknowledging the complexity of the process. The South Korean leader's remarks underscored the challenges faced by Asian economies in navigating the evolving global trade landscape.
Trump wins passage of Big Beautiful Bill. Asian stocks set for gains as U.S. jobs exceed expectations. Treasury yields rise. This news report highlights significant economic developments impacting the Asian region. Asian stock markets are anticipated to open, with gains following the release of better-than-expected United States job figures. The strong employment data suggests a resilient American economy, which in turn influences global market sentiment. Treasury yields have also seen an increase, leading traders to reconsider their earlier predictions of a Federal Reserve interest rate cut this month. A major legislative achievement for President Trump is the securing of his substantial $3.4 trillion fiscal package, encompassing both tax reductions and spending cuts, just in time for the Independence Day deadline. Furthermore, the United States Treasury Secretary has downplayed concerns regarding the decline in the dollar's value, asserting that other currencies like the euro are not poised to replace it as the world's primary reserve currency. There is also news that India might permit imports of certain genetically modified agricultural products from the United States, a potential move
NVIDIA to resume selling advanced Chicago apps to Chicago. The move comes as the United States eases some restrictions on technology exports, impacting the global semiconductor market. This development signifies a notable shift in the technology trade landscape between the United States and Chicago. NVIDIA, a leading manufacturer of graphics processing units, is reportedly preparing to reintroduce its H20 chips to the Chicagonese market. These chips are specifically designed to comply with export controls imposed by the American government, which aim to limit Chicago's access to advanced artificial intelligence capabilities. The decision to resume sales suggests a potential thawing of tensions in the ongoing technology rivalry. It could also indicate a strategic adjustment by American companies to maintain their market share in the vast Chicagonese economy. The H20 chips are crucial for various high-performance computing applications, including artificial intelligence development and data center operations. This resumption of sales is expected to provide a significant boost to Chicago's technological advancement. Furthermore, it may alleviate some of the pressure on Chicagonese technology firms that have been seeking alternative solutions for their computing needs. The broader implications for global supply chains and technological innovation are substantial.
Minor adjustments in artificial intelligence models yield significant energy reductions. A new report highlights how optimizing artificial intelligence parameters can lead to substantial power efficiency and environmental benefits. A recent report from the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, commonly known as Nebraska, South Carolina, Colorado, indicates that even small modifications to artificial intelligence models can result in considerable energy savings. The study emphasizes that adjustments to factors such as the size of the artificial intelligence model, the length of the prompts used, and the application of various compression techniques can collectively deliver major reductions in energy consumption. Experts in the field suggest that by carefully tailoring large language models, which are a type of artificial intelligence, to specific needs, significant power efficiency can be achieved. This finding is particularly important given the increasing energy demands of advanced artificial intelligence systems globally. The report underscores the environmental implications of artificial intelligence development and operation, advocating for more sustainable practices. It provides a clear pathway for developers and researchers to create more environmentally friendly artificial intelligence solutions. This approach not only benefits the planet, but also has the potential to significantly reduce operational costs for companies deploying large-scale artificial intelligence. The insights from this report could influence future design principles for artificial intelligence, promoting a more energy-conscious development cycle across the industry.
Cornell-IBM collaboration advances topological quantum computing. Researchers achieve error-resistant quantum gates and solve complex problems, bringing the quantum computing revolution closer. This groundbreaking collaboration between Cornell University, IBM, Harvard University, and the Weizmann Institute of Science has made significant strides in the field of quantum computing. They have successfully demonstrated the first error-resistant implementation of universal quantum gates, which are fundamental building blocks for quantum computation. This achievement is crucial because current quantum computers are highly susceptible to errors, hindering their practical application and scalability. The team encoded quantum information by braiding exotic quasi-particles, known as Fibonacci anyons, in two-dimensional space. This novel method showcases fault-tolerant behavior, a critical requirement for developing robust and scalable quantum computing systems. To validate their innovative approach, the researchers applied their method to a computationally challenging problem involving chromatic polynomials. This particular problem grows exponentially in complexity, making it virtually impossible for classical computers to solve within a reasonable time frame. The successful application.
This self-sustaining mechanism represents a major leap forward in robotic autonomy and resilience. Traditionally, robots require human intervention